In the last class I said about the electronic polarization. Today I am going to discuss about the ionic polarization. Ionic, the name indicates the ionic, means here we are taking the ions. Okay, the ionic polarization is produced mainly due to the displacement of cations and anions. That means cations is represented as positive, anions in the negative. Okay, that means the positive and negative ion should be in the opposite direction. That will be occurred in the ionic solid. Okay, how means we will represent that. Here I am considering one of the ion NaCl. Okay, Na plus Cl minus. Okay, now I am applying the electric field. Okay, whenever I am applying the electric field, when the electric field is applied to the positive ions, it is moving along the direction of x1. When I am applying the electric field to the negative ions, it is moving by the left with the direction of x2. Okay, so x1 and x2. To the positive ions, it is moving in the direction of x1, and for the negative ions, it is moving in the direction of x2. So now we have to find out the induced dipole moment. That means we have to find out the value of alpha I. Alpha I means ionic polarization. The induced dipole moment mu I is equals to E into x1 plus x2. Here we are taking the two directions, this x1 and x2. So mu I is equals to E into x1 plus x2. Now whenever we are considering the induced dipole moment, we have to consider the Lorentz force. F is equals to EE. Okay, now the force will be directly proportional to the distances. F directly proportional to x1, F directly proportional to x2. So directly proportionality constant is taken as beta 1 and beta 2, which are known as the restoring forces. The restoring forces of anion and cation. Okay, beta 1 and beta 2. What is mean by the restoring force means this restoring force mainly depends on the mass and angular velocity. That is, beta 1 is equals to m into omega naught square. Beta 2 is equals to capital M into omega naught square. So now substituting these values in the equation, x1 is equals to f by beta 1 and beta 1 is m omega naught square. Then we get this equation, which is force means the Lorentz force. F is equals to E. And also in the same way x2 is equal to. Now substituting the values of x1 and x2 in the induced dipole moment, mu I is equals to E into x1 plus x2. Then we get that equation mu I is equal to E square by omega naught square into 1 by m plus 1 by capital M into E. Now we have to find out the ionic polarization value. Then the comparing the equation with this, mu I is equals to alpha I into E. Then from the both the equations we get alpha I is equals to E square by omega naught square into 1 by m plus 1 by capital M. That means the ionic polarization is inversely proportional to the square of angular frequency and masses. Here the masses are the inversely proportional, and the angular frequency is also inversely proportional but is in the square. So square of angular frequency and masses. And the next topic is the orientation polarization. So orientation means where they are presenting. For that we are considering the molecules. In the case of the methane molecule, methane means CH4. So here the positive and negative ions will be coincide, so there is no dipole moment. But in the case of the CH3Cl, that is methyl chloride, CH3 plus Cl minus, that means the positive ions and negative charges. The positive charges and negative charges do not coincide, so that we will get the dipole moment. That means the electronegativity of the chlorine will be very high when compared to the hydrogen. So the chlorine atom will pull the hydrogen atom to the chlorine, so that there will be the permanent dipole moment will be presented. Then they will be aligning themselves in the direction of the field. Okay, that means the polarization due to such alignment, that means whenever they are presenting in the direction of the field, then we can say that it is known as the orientation polarization. And we have to find out the alpha naught value. Already we know that the polarization P is equals to N alpha E. when we have to represent in terms of alpha naught, P naught is equals to N alpha naught into E. Now we are having the formula P is equals to N mu square E by 3 kT, and this formula is from the classical theory of gases. So from that we can get alpha naught is equals to mu square by 3 kT. Alpha naught is equals to mu square by 3 kT, and this is about the orientation. So we have learned about the electronic polarization, ionic polarization and orientation polarization, and these three are known as the types of polarization, which is a very important question for the 10 marks. Okay, and this question should be written as the assignment.